This is the men's semifinal match. Federico Staksrud taking on Christian Alshon. Watch this. ATP at Christian's head. Oh, do you see that? Could you see what he did there? Watch this one more time. Right at his head, and he gives him the middle finger. He hides it behind his paddle. Christian is pissed. Let's look a little bit closer. Christian Alshon. First off, good matrix move. But come on, how you gonna hide that middle finger? We can all see it. Like, first off, either commit to the middle finger, just give it. Nobody's ever got fined for one yet. This is like, what, our 5th middle finger in pickleball? Or hide it in a better way. It's like he just wanted to hide it from Leigh. But wanted to make sure Fed saw it. Christian Alshon was not the only angry player this weekend. There's so many games to talk about, and there's a few moments in particular that I'm so excited to cover. Welcome to the Sorry Not Sorry Pickleball Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Callie. This week, we're talking the Atlanta Open for the PPA. We're set up in the same place that we had MLP, but this time it's the PPA. We had a ton of upsets, a bunch of close matches, a ton of line calls that were very controversial. We played indoors, we played outdoors. The weather was a mess, but we still got through it, and we had a ton of fun because all the games were great. We got a lot to cover, but before we do, if you guys wouldn't mind, go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel in case you're not already subscribed. Hit that notification bell too. That way, the minute I drop a new episode, you're gonna know about it. Share this show with your pickleball friends. Maybe they're into the pro scene, maybe not quite yet. This could be a good way to get them into it without having to commit like, I don't know, 20-something hours to watching a tournament on the weekends. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you thought the best part about this weekend was. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into this week's episode.
This is the new and improved forgiveness. Forgiveness is more than saying sorry. I'm sorry. Forgiveness.
I'm not sorry I took the money.
All right, before we get into the episode, I got to give a shout out to pickleballcentral.com. Pickleballcentral.com is the reason why this show exists. So if you want to help support this show, let's support pickleballcentral.com. Best part is if you use this promo code SNS15, that could help you out a little bit on your order, and it also helps support the people that support this show. I mean, this website has everything. Where else do you need to go? It's got all the latest paddles. Whatever pickleball you use, they got it here, and you could get them in bulk. Maybe grab yourself some new pickleball shoes. I see way too many people on the courts wearing just like regular running shoes. That is not good for your ankles. Whatever it is that you're looking for, if it's pickleball related, it's gonna be on here, so you might as well get it in one spot. Treat yourself to something nice today. And when you do, make sure you use this promo code SNS15, and that'll help you out a little bit on your order, and also it helps support this show. All right, first up, we're going to talk women's singles. We're going to start at the gold medal match. We got Leigh Waters, and she's taking on Parris Todd. So let's get into it. It's 0-0 here. This is early on in the match. We get this fun point. This is a great matchup. Parris Todd has beat Leigh Waters before, but this was a few years ago. And so obviously Leigh Waters has gotten much better, but so has Parris Todd. So this is going to be a fun one to get into. Check this out. Parris Todd ripping from the baseline. Leigh Waters does a little 360, but it's not enough. Parris Todd gets on the board first. So Parris Todd had an 8-2 lead in this. Leigh Waters seemed to be struggling. She said she wasn't feeling good early in this. Then here she comes. Screams at Parris Todd. Finally starting to get back into it. So game point for Parris Todd. Look at this. It's 10-4. Parris Todd trying to seal game one. Leigh Waters going to come running in and then drop shot. Oh, just trickles off the net. Keeps herself alive in this. So Leigh fighting back. She gets it to 10-6. Look at this on a timeout. What is behind Parris Todd? Is that a whiskey bottle? Did a fan just bring in a bottle of whiskey to pickleball? I love this. I love these mics on the benches. Listen to this.
Even if I lose this game, I just gotta stay true to my game and win.
This sounds like it's out of a movie. Even if I lose this game, I just gotta stay true to myself. Does she know she's on the mic? Is that why she said that? Or is this really how she is on the sideline?
I don't want a negative thing to come out of your mouth.
I don't want a negative thing to come out of your mouth. High five. That just goes to show you how important it is to have a coach, somebody to tell you that. Sometimes you just need those little reminders. Like, hey, stop talking smack to yourself. Some more sideline mic action. Listen here.
Hey, Leigh, she's not good in big moments.
Oh, Leigh talking smack. She's not good in big moments. Interesting. Well, we'll see about that, Leigh Waters. So it's 8-10. Leigh down by just 2 now. And look at this. She's going to come up hits a lob on the run. Parris gets to it, but can't get the next one. So she gets it to 10-9. She was down 10-4. So look at this. Leigh Waters has come all the way back and has a game point for herself. What is that, 7 straight points? And she finally closes it out. She takes game 1, 12-10. She is pumped. No negative thoughts running through her head right now. Parris Todd not coming up big in a big moment. Oof. I mean, Parris Todd clearly upset. I don't know what she threw there, but she is not happy. Might want to grab that whiskey bottle behind you, Parris. So game 2, Parris Todd comes out strong. Look at this. 6-0 against Leigh Waters. Finally, Leigh gets a point back at her. 6-1. So we fast forward. Look at this. Leigh has the lead now. It's 8-7. Make that 9-7. Down 6-0. She keeps making comebacks here. So 9-7 here. And Leigh Waters, two-hand backhand for the winner. Gets it to a match point. And so here we go. Championship point for Leigh Waters on 10-7. Parris Todd says, not yet. Hits the corner. So Parris fought off 3 match points at this point. It's 10-8, looking to make it 10-9. And Leigh says, no. Back foot winner. So after a 4th match point that Parris Todd fights off, she gets the serve back, and watch this, off the net, winner, gets it to 10-9. It's a 1-point game now. Leigh Waters on the sidelines trying to hide her mouth from the microphone. We could hear you and we could see you. Is she coaching Christian Alshon, or is Christian Alshon coaching her on how to hide things? We all know that they are terrible at hiding things, the both of them, whether it's middle fingers, talk on the sidelines, or relationships. We all know what you're doing. And so it's 10-10. Parris Todd ended up tying it. Now she's trying to take the lead, and look at this. We're just getting baseline to baseline. Parris Todd just going right at the middle. She's like, I am not giving you an angle until I find one. Let's go. Parris Todd gets it to game point for herself now. And so Parris Todd on game point, trying to tie this thing up at a game apiece against the number 1 ranked women's singles player. Look at that. She did it. Hunter's pumped. Parris just trying to keep it cool. Leigh's like, don't say anything negative. Don't say anything negative. So game 3, here we go. Leigh Waters gonna try and hit an angle there. Parris Todd gets it. Comes in and hits another and screams in her face. Leigh has just been screaming all match long. So on 1-0, early in the 3rd game, Leigh Waters is like, hold up, we can't play. Look at this. I just stepped in a puddle. Look at my shoe. It's covered in water. And they're like, okay, I guess we'll clean it up. Parris Todd's like, perfect time to eat a banana. Conspiracy theory, did Parris Todd spill water on the sideline to get a little snack in? What a good father. He's like, let me dry this thing up. How is he even drying that? He's like grinding away at it. Look at this. What is he doing? He's like trying to rip apart the shoe. He's like brushing it. What is going on here? I don't see anything. I feel like she's making this up. And then look who we got to come out and dry the court. That is Connor Pardo, the head of the PPA. He probably has a more official title than that, but we just know him as like the PPA guy. Just give it the old step on and yep, just just kind of rub your feet on it. There you go. Whatever to make yourself feel useful. Connor Pardo helps out the players so much. So on 2-1, Lee's got the lead, and Lee's gonna come in and she's gonna get backtracked with the lob and hits the winner. Look at that shot right on the line. 3-1 is the score now. So Leigh ends up getting it to 10-5. Sizable lead here. And she pulls it off. She wins game 3, 11-5, and she gets the gold medal for women's singles. Tough battle, but she pulls it off. All right, guys, before we get into the next segment, I got to talk about one of my favorite sponsors of the show. It's Sheath Underwear. I'm making Sheath Underwear the official pickleball underwear. I'm telling you, I don't play without these things on. And ladies, they got some for you too. It's made out of material that's really good for when you're sweating. The reason why they call it sheath is, well, think of what a sheath is for a sword, on like your side of your waist. It's kind of like that. Let's just say it has extra pockets for things on the inside, or as they call them, pouches. It makes everything a lot more comfortable. So fellas, you could wear underwear that's really like binding and tight, or you could wear sheath underwear and be a little bit more loose and everything's just in the right department. Ladies, like I said, they got a ton of different products for you, tons of different patterns and colors and whatnot. For the fellas, same thing, lots of cool patterns. some more just, you know, neutral colors and stuff like that. I got a ton of different kinds. I'm telling you, like, if I don't have sheath underwear ready for me to play in, I just won't go out and play. Like, I'll do a load of laundry instead. Once you start wearing sheath, there's no going back. You're not going to want to wear any other underwear. So make sure you check out sheathunderwear.com. And when you do, use promo code sorrynotsorry. That's going to give you 20% off your next order. That's huge savings. So not only are you going to get hooked up with awesome underwear, you'll help support this show. So once again, go to sheathunderwear.com, promo code sorrynotsorry. All right, next up, we're going to talk men's singles. We're going to start here with the bronze medal match. This is Tyson McGuffin taking on Christian Alshon. So Tyson McGuffin was up 6-0 in this one at one point. Christian Alshon worked his way back into it, but Tyson McGuffin has a game point here. And look at this, just running all over the court. Ernie from Christian can't finish on his back foot, trying to put them in there, and then comes in, hits the winner on the back baseline, holds off a game point. So game point for Tyson McGuffin at 12-11 here in game one. And watch this, Tyson. Oh my God. What an angle. Christian tracks it down. Can he get this one? No, he doesn't. Wow. Tyson McGuffin takes game one 13-11. So game two, we're going to start here. It's 3-2. Christian Alshon up by a point. Look at this. Tyson McGuffin hits a crazy angle. Christian Alshon gets the first, can't get the next one. So Christian Alshon has himself a game point here in game two. It's 10-7, trying to win this one. Tyson McGuffin up at the kitchen line, blocking everything. Oh, but that one's off the net. He can't get to it. So we're going to game three. So game three, Tyson McGuffin up by 2 points. It's 4-2. And look at that. Off the net, Christian Alshon has to adjust and hits the winner in the corner of the kitchen. So Tyson McGuffin up by 2. It's 9-7, trying to get himself to a match point for this bronze medal. And look at this. Christian Alshon having a backtrack, trying to drop it in. Comes up, and Tyson McGuffin can't handle it. So 1 point game here. Tyson McGuffin has the lead, but look at this. Stabs all these, but can't handle this one. That is just right on the corner. What can you do about that? Great shot by Christian Alshon. So Christian Alshon has himself a match point here. It's 10-9, and Tyson McGuffin's return is going to sail long. So Christian Alshon pulls off a bronze medal in men's singles. Yeah, crowd so excited for me. I know you came for me, right? That's right, I did it. Yeah. Let's go, bronze medal. All right, next up, let's talk gold medal match. We got Ben Johns and Federico Staksrud. A classic matchup, number 1 versus number 2. Fed has made his way to every finals this year for men's singles. So we'll start here. It's 1-0. Ben is up by just a point. And look at this. Gonna stab that one and then get this one. And then thought it was over with and gets the ball somehow to land on that back line. How did he get that? It's like he just guessed. Oh my goodness. Like, what do you got to do if you're Fed? So score is still 1-0 here. We had a lot of rallies back and forth. Fed already even challenged a point, and look at this one. Close call on that back baseline on the serve. Tries to get an overrule. Ref's like it was too close.
What are you looking at? I just want to know.
He's like, I mean, what are you even looking at? Like, are you looking at our feet in the kitchen? Because we're not even close to the kitchen. So, like, what are you even doing here? What is your job? So he challenges this, his second challenge early on in this match. I mean, it looks very much in. Probably not a good challenge. So 3-0 for Fed here, trying to get on the board somehow. And Ben is going to give Fed an angle, which allows for an ATP, but he defends it perfectly. Just anticipating all his moves here. So Ben still up by 3. It's 5-2 now, and we get this crazy rally. Fed comes up, stabs that one off to the angle. We're going to get a little cat and mouse, but Ben bails back to the baseline, comes up again. Look at this angle. Tries to push him out, but Ben tracks it down. And then he's going to get this one too. What is happening? Ben is all over the place. Can't handle that last one. My goodness. Ben just going on a tour around the whole court. Doing a little sightseeing everywhere. My goodness. If he had gotten this last one, that would have been crazy. So 9-3, Ben is in charge against Fed. And look at this. Fed is just going to keep getting upset and hits the ball.
Verbal warning, ball abuse.
He's like, Fed is so used to getting verbal warnings for his ball abuse. And so on the very next point, Ben is up 10-3. Game point for himself, and he's going to rip a two-handed backhand down the line. Clean winner. So Ben takes game 1, 11-3. In between games, Fed was so mad. He was like, forget ball abuse. How about paddle abuse? And it pops up. Fans like, ooh, free gift, mine. And the fan just keeps it. He's like, wow, a Gen 3 Joola, and it's probably delaminated from slamming it? That thing is going to be a rocket. Don't know where you're going to play with it, unless you're doing a PPA tournament. For those that don't know, all the new Gen 3 Joolas have been banned by the USA Pickleball Association. They're like the governing body of pickleball. And so in response, the PPA is like, well, you know what? We are going to make our own governing body. And we're going to make our own rules. And we say that the Gen 3 is allowed. So that's why everybody's still playing with it here. But APP, any other tournament around the country, technically at rec play at your local park, you are not allowed to play with the Gen 3 Joola. It is not approved. You know, the reason being why this paddle is actually being banned is because it is just way too powerful. Look at what Zane tweeted. Suffered my first, with many to come, headshot from a Joola pickleball paddle today. They're out of control and ruining the game. I find this so ironic that this happened too, because a few weeks back, some dude tweeted out, just saying, but a headshot should not count as a winner. Anything above the neck should count as an outball. And I just said, sounds like somebody had a rough day at the courts. And then Zane replied, anything above the neck should count as a game-winning walk-off. So Zane, sorry, you set the rules, dude. That's a game-winning walk-off. And so I couldn't find that clip of Zane, but we did get this due to a Joola paddle. Check this out. Caden Nemeth and left side playing the Johns brothers. And watch this. Ben is going to speed up. He's going to pay the price. Oh, right at his head. Thankfully wearing his hat. He is pissed. This game was close too. It's 11-10. Oh, right in the head. Very next point. Ben going to drop it in. Fires at pace, then slows it back down. In full control here. Cross court dink and then fires again. Firefight. Here we go. Oh, and Caden, what happened, dude? Oh, he's so pissed at himself. He's like, how did I fumble that? And he's like, all good. Good stuff, boys. Good stuff. Ben is not having. He's like, yeah, good game. All right, bye. He's like, you're fine, right? You're not mad at me, right? You still like me, right? So game 2, we're tied up 1-1. And watch this fun little cat and mouse point that we get. These two are great with the cat and mouse stuff. The only one that's not good with cat and mouse is the Vulcan ball. Look at that. Ben is like, what the heck? What just happened? He's like, can something be done about that? Can we get a redo? Watch this ball not bounce. Let's go, Vulcan! I mean, he's at least laughing about it. I would be so frustrated. If that happened to Fed, he would definitely abuse that ball. Look, Fed comes over and does a little golf putt. I don't know what that means, but let's see this one more time. Check out this angle. Ben trying to get this one and it just never comes up. A few points later, Ben was actually testing it out off camera. He's like, it still is not bouncing there. He's like, yeah, go ahead, aim there. So 9-4, Ben is looking to take this thing to a game point if he can get this here. Fed thinks he could drop it in on that spot. It's not working. Ben tracks them all down. He gets it to a game point. A match point. So Fed is starting to crawl his way back into this thing. Look at this. He's got it to 10-7 here. He's going to make one fatal mistake. He hits an out ball, and Ben defends the next one. Perfect. Gets the ball back. And so momentum killed. Ben has match point on his paddle, and he's going to seal it right there. And so the number 2 men's singles player takes down the number 1 player. Ben Johns gets a gold medal in singles. Make sure you rub it in, Mish. Let him know he's number 2.
World number 1, world number 2 rather, this tournament, putting on a show for us. Sorry.
Everybody's booing her.
We're friends at least, Ben. Soon to
He's
be
like,
world
not
number
really,
1 after
but
that performance.
it's fine. All right, guys, before we move on, I got to talk about this awesome product that I've been using. It's called Aim It. So check this thing out. You basically set this up on the court and you could train with it. And it's like the perfect little frame of reference for you to hit your shot. So you got something that you're aiming for. So you could use it to work on dinks. You could use it to work on drives, serves, whatever shot you want. You're going to have to aim for a spot. So you might as well use Aim It to practice your shots. I've been using Aim It myself. Recently, I've been working on my drives. And I gotta say, after one training session, things go much better. It's a little too easy to not really have discipline when you're just kind of aiming for random parts on the court and just aiming to get it in. You should be hitting your shots in a very small window And this Aim It Pickleball is the perfect way to get good at that. So guys, head over to aimitpickleball.com. Use promo code SORRY on your order. That's going to help you out a little bit. So far, everybody that uses this loves it. Very easy to set up, carry around with you. Drilling is important if you want to get good at pickleball, and this is the perfect way to drill. So once again, head over to aimitpickleball.com. Use promo code SORRY, and let's help support the people that support this show. All right, next up, let's do women's doubles. This was an incredible match. We're going to start here in the semifinal. We had Koop, Andrea Koop, and Jade Kawamoto, and they were taking on Leigh Jansen and Callie Jo Smith. So we'll jump here. It's 5-4. Smith and Jansen up, and watch this shot from Callie.
Wait. I was blocked by the player.
Did you see it?
So they can't overturn. They're going to challenge the call, and this is where all the fun begins. So no big deal. You get a challenge. They are outside where you can challenge it since they're on center court. So let's see. I mean, gosh, these cameras, man. It looks like it's out, though. I mean, I think it's safe to say that you can't overturn that.
After video review, the call stands. The ball was out.
So there you go. So Kawamoto and Koop take the lead. They are up 6-5 here. And we are going to see an ever ramping up of Leigh Jansen get more and more frustrated with this game. Watch this. Oh, body bag right in the chest. Gosh, I hate the whole braid thing. Look at these people in the crowd here. This old man rocking the braid, looking like a pickleball Jedi. I mean, is this a Star Wars character or is this just a pickleball fan who really likes Callie Jo Smith? You didn't realize that last time you were watching Star Wars, they were just rooting for Callie. So Kawamoto and Koop had a game point for themselves, but Smith and Jansen took the ball back. And then we'll have this fun little firefight coming up. Check this out. So Koop, swing, attacks, then let's go. Who's gonna finish? Callie Jo Smith, let's go. The Jedi wags her finger. And so on 10-7, after some dinking, Callie Jo Smith is gonna go hard again. Look at this. Finishes. Gets it to 10-8. Here they come. But then on 10-8, Koop and Jade take their game point and win game one. And then watch this, Leigh Jansen. I'll tap you, but not you, Koop. I'm not tapping you. Look at her pull her paddle back like, no. Look at Leigh on the sideline talking to the ref there. It looks like she's saying she's dropping it a little high, the ball and the serve. So game two comes, and look at this. Looks like it's gonna rain soon. Hurry up and get this game in. So 2-0 here in game two. Callie Jo Smith and Leigh Jansen up, and watch Jade. Watch her left foot. Oh, it gets stepped on. She's like, ow, the heck, Koop? They keep going. Koop firing. This was not the only ankle injury that we saw this weekend. Check this out. In the round of 16, Jay DeVilliers took game one 17-15. What? And then he's up 4-0, and then watch his ankles. Oh! Oh my gosh, is he okay? He sounds like he got shot. He must have really hurt his ankle there. Holy crap. Screaming. Dylan's like, you okay? By the way, that was a hindrance. So technically I won the point, but you're okay, right? I mean, it's not funny because he's hurt, but like, come on, the sounds he's making, kind of funny. I mean, so he ended up coming back, like he's able to walk around on it. Doesn't mean he's not injured or hurt, but, and then on 4-4, Dylan Frazier takes the lead and he's like, you know what? Now that you took the lead, I think I'm going to just call it quits. You win. Definitely hobbling. He's got to be hurt. Hopefully it's not a long-term injury. Maybe just like 2 weeks off could help. Let's see a replay of Jay DeVilliers getting hurt. This was literally him. At least he said fudge and not the F word. And so here we go, 4-0, and look at this. Stop and play. Koop served it too high. Leia's like, thank you. See, I've been trying to tell you. So she gets her warning, her first and only warning. And so look at this. Callie Jo Smith and Leigh Jansen up 6-0. And look at what happens to Leigh.
Challenge her toss. Challenging her toss.
challenging her toss. The serve again? No good? Let's take a look. This is a challengeable thing. Let's see. Ooh, that looks above the waist. Look how high that is. That is like... That is absolutely above the waist.
After video review, there was a service fault.
Wow. So since she got the warning already, that's a fault. So Leigh Jansen vindicated. And on 8-4, look at this. The weather finally hits them. We got raindrops. Everybody's like, run! Run! There's water falling from the sky. Somebody get Connor Pardo out here with his towel. Don't worry, they got the blow dryer out. Ready to go. Start by working on the logo. And so the weather was so bad that we had to move inside. Thankfully, they could adapt. One important thing to note about being indoors now. There are no challenges. I don't understand why. We have cameras in here, but they're just saying no challenges. So here we go. Now that we're playing indoors, let's get a fun little rally going. Callie Jo Smith trying to pound it at Koop. She's handling everything. Koop attacks. And then here we go. They're going to be back on the baseline, trying to play defense. Getting all of these. Leigh overhead in between finally finishes. And so here we go. Game point for Leigh Jansen and Callie Jo Smith on 10-4. Callie going to drop it to Koop. And she's going to come in. And she's going to attack. Here we go. Leigh getting involved. Callie Jo Smith finishes on Jade. And they take game 2. No paddle tap for Koop and Leigh. So game 3 we go. Things are getting intense. And we're only just getting started. So game 3, here we go. We're going to start off 0-0 here. Jade trying to drop her way in. Leigh keeping her back. Callie trying to keep her back. We're up at the kitchen. Koop, little off balance. They're giving everything to Koop. Here they come with her backhand.
Well, these teams are...
Every ball's going there. That's what Leigh just said. Every ball's going there. She's talking smack. And Andrea Koop took that personal. Watch this point right here. They're going to drop, get to the kitchen, and Koop fires and fires and fires and fires. I mean, she's just going so hard. Look at her. Nothing soft for Koop. They come out on top. Take the 1-0 lead. So 2-0. Watch Koop's drop again. Uh-oh, that looked a little high. No call on it. Jade gonna try and drop into Leigh. Look at Leigh. She's telling the ref, she's dropping it high again. She's dropping it up at her shoulders. And Leigh gets so mad again and she gets called on it. They call a fault on Koop. Leia's like, thank you. My goodness. Do I have to warn you every time or can you just notice it? And so here we go, 6-3. Keep your eye on the ball. This one's going to be a close call and it's called out. Leigh is like, what? Someone help. Woo! You're the biggest hook in pickleball. Interesting that Leigh says that. We'll get to that later. Let's see in slow motion. I mean, it's behind the sign. It did kind of look out, though. I don't know. I can't tell, obviously, but guessing where the ball landed, it looks like it was out. So let's take a look at this angle. Ooh, from that one, that looks in. Wow. So Leigh might have a case. That is definitely in from that angle. Let's see from this one. Oh, man, I'm pretty sure that is definitely in. Wow. Koop, you may be the biggest hook in pickleball. Look at that. Leigh definitely frustrated. So 5-6. Kawamoto and Koop looking to tie this thing up. Callie and Leigh Jansen trying to keep them back. Good attacking dinks. And then look at this. Just going right for their feet. Can they finish it? Keeping them back. Leigh puts it at Koop and screams in her face. And so 6-5 now. Trying to hang on to their lead. And watch this. We're going to get another controversial call. Koop going to play a ball right towards Leigh.
Wide was the call.
Uh-oh. They called out. Koop doesn't like it. She's telling the ref, you were right on the line. How'd you not see that? Let's take another look at this one. She's going to hit it. Oh, that's close. Let's see. Oh, that looks out. That did look out. So Koop and Jade down by 2. It's 7-5 here. Leigh coming in. And they're going to keep them back at the baseline. Got to play defense here. Leigh attacking down the middle, not working. Tries to drop it in, but Jade gets to it. Leigh tries to finish on Koop. Koop puts it in! They get it to 7-6. The crowd goes wild. The crowd is absolutely loving Koop and Jade. This was crazy. First off, how did Jade get that ball? And then how did Koop put this one in? Look at this. Oh, clearly in. So 8-7 now. 1 point lead for Koop and Jade. And we're going to get a firefight. Here we go. Leigh trying to reset things. And then Callie Jo Smith finishes. Leigh pointing to something. I don't know what she's saying, but she's talking smack, and I love it. So very next point, Leigh and Callie trying to tie this thing up at 8. If they can get this here. Leigh pushed back, trying to dink it in to Koop's backhand. Koop fires. Oh, but hits the net. And look at this. Leigh walks right up to them. Let's go. So 8-9 here. Koop and Kawamoto. Look at this. Down the middle. They tie things up at 9. Leigh wants to call a timeout, but we got some controversy.
What a find.
You said we should have one left? And then Koop tries to say, hurry up, let's go.
Jansen asking how many timeouts that...
I'm not talking to you. You can't call lines. Oh, I love it. They start booing her. Not sure what the deal was, but they didn't give her a timeout. So I guess she was wrong. And so we got match point for Koop and Jade. Can they pull this off? Or can Leigh and Callie fight them off? And that's out. Leigh lets them know. And so here we go. A chance to tie it for Leigh and Callie. Can they do it? Callie gonna drop it in with her backhand. Hit in the middle. Callie takes it. Leigh pops that one up. Koop tries to go at Leigh, but Leigh handles it. Now they're trying to get in. Can they do it? And Koop hits it in the net. Leigh's pumped. They're tied up at 10. We're getting extra pickled. This game is incredible. So match point again for Jade and Koop. And watch what happens here. I guess they think that was a carry.
Oh, nice power from Callie.
I don't know. They're saying that she did something with the paddle. And Leigh is talking smack. You can kind of hear her. Koop is just keeping her stone cold face going. And so another match point for Koop and Jade. So can Callie and Leigh hold them off one more time? Can't quite get up to the kitchen line. Jade tries to get up, but Koop's not coming, so she backs up. Tries to drop it in there, and look at that! Is that the match? Leigh's pissed! Oh my goodness! Leigh is like, what are you talking about? She cannot believe it. The match is over. They called it out. The refs won't overturn. There are no challenges because we're indoors. Oh, I don't know what Leigh said there to Koop, but it was vicious. Oh, I love this rivalry so much. Let's see it. Oh, I don't know. That's a tough angle. All right, let's slow it down and... Oh, that might be in. That might be in. Oh, look at that. I don't know. That is about as close as it could get. I mean, they both called it out immediately. Look at the dude in the red. He's pointing and laughing at Leigh. Ha ha. Oh, no. After the match, they are not happy. He said, that's not okay. Must be talking about something that Leigh said.
I know her as a person, so I'm trying not to react.
They do not look pumped to have won. Interesting ending, but hey, there you go. Jade and Koop, they made their way to the gold medal. All right, so let's see how they did in the gold medal match. They're taking on Parenteau and Leigh Waters. The #1 women's doubles team only have lost once since playing together. And so game one, here we go. We'll jump to this. It's 5-4. Waters and Parenteau have the lead. Jade gonna hit it to Parenteau. Koop speeds up. Here we go. Oh, but they hit one behind her, clips the line. And so this first game was pretty close. Waters and Parenteau just barely escaped Koop and Jade. It's 10-9 here. Game point for them. Jade gonna dink down the middle and over to Leigh. Backhand to Catherine, and she speeds up, and the firefight is won by Leigh and Parenteau. So they take game one, 11-9. So game two, Leigh Waters and Parenteau have a huge lead. It is 7-1 here. ALW stepping in, taking that one. And Koop does not mind speeding up and get into a firefight. Look at this. Reset by Jade. Reset again. Koop Reset. All right. They're hanging in there. And then Koop is going to speed up again. She wants to get into it, but they clip the corner. They're just so good. And so on 10-2 in game 2, another game point for Catherine Parenteau and Anna Leigh Waters. Anna Leigh going to drop it in. Catherine cross-court dinking. Anna Leigh fires, gets the party started. And Catherine Parenteau finishes. So they take game 2, 11-2. All right, game 3. Let's jump here. It's 7-4. 3-point lead for Waters and Parenteau. And watch this. Ernie from ALW. She nails it. Gets them up 8-4. And so Koop and Jade managed to score 8 points here. But we got a match point, championship point for Catherine and Anna Leigh. We'll get some cross-court dinking. Dink it to Koop. Parenteau to Koop. Parenteau goes to the middle. They go back to the middle. Anna Leigh fires, gets the party started. Let's go. They take it. No surprise here. Anna Leigh Waters, Catherine Parenteau win another gold medal in women's doubles. This is a grand slam, as they call it, which basically means that this event was worth more points than some of the other ones around there. There's 4 during the year that are worth this many points. That's why they call it the Grand Slam. I don't know much about tennis, but I think tennis, it's kind of similar. You got some tournaments that are worth more. They call it the Grand Slams. I've heard that before. Also a breakfast menu item at Denny's. I just know it for the baseball term. I know it means 4, though. You get 4 runs. And so that's why there's 4 events that are worth this. Whatever. Even if it wasn't worth more points, nobody is catching Anna Leigh and Catherine Parenteau. All right, guys, real quick, before we move on, I just want to make a quick little thank you to some of the people that have been supporting this show. In case you didn't know, there is a Patreon for Sorry Not Sorry, so go check that out. Patreon.com/sorrynotsorrypickleball. If you value what I'm doing here and you like this, well, then maybe consider signing up as a member. For as little as $5 a month, you can help support this show, be part of a little community that we're building. Quick shout out to those that have signed up. Nick, Richard, Joanna, really appreciate the support. So if you want to be part of the Sorry Not Sorry community, go ahead and head over to patreon.com/sorrynotsorrypickleball and become a member and help support this show. You could also help support the show by checking out the Etsy store. Got plenty of shirts, hats, water bottles, towels, plenty of stuff for you to choose from. So that way, if you want to rock some Sorry Not Sorry gear out in the courts or maybe at home, you could do that. Go ahead and hit the Etsy link down in the description below. For everybody that has been rocking their gear, I really appreciate that. All right, anyways, enough of that. Let's get back into things. All right, next up, we're going to do men's doubles. This was a fun match, so we're going to start here. This is the round of 32. CJ Klinger and Will Howells are taking on Federico Staksrud and Matt Wright. And this match turned into a chirp fest, so we got to show this one. It was so annoying because the announcers kept talking during most of this. But every now and then you could hear the chirping, especially from Matt Wright. So check this out right here. Miss Dink. Oh, man. Wow. Jeez, that's so broke. What a setup. Will Howells was the one that was chirping with Matt last time we had a fun match like that. Him and Rafa. Going at James Ignatowicz and Matt Wright. Game 2. How about a fake hit from Matt Wright? Toying with him. I don't know what happens here, but watch this. Matt Wright's going to hit one out, and then watch down Stanley on the left, the ref.
Finding the backhand all of a sudden.
And that's a good move. You
Ooh,
really?
I don't know what that was all about. He is upset. I wish these announcers would shut up. My gosh. Commentate the game. They're just having a conversation like they're just chilling on the sidelines, friends hanging out. That's not what we want. My goodness, it's so frustrating. And it's Salome Davidze too, which is even more frustrating. More beef goes unnoticed. That hits the Ernie, and then look at the ref, Don Stanley, again.
He wasn't quite there. The shot wasn't quite there. So I like the decision.
I don't know what he's saying because they don't shut up. Oh, it's so frustrating.
Tell me the inside scoop.
Maybe if you just be quiet, we could hear the inside scoop. 7-6 here.
And I love
And so 10-10, Matt Wright serving. He's going to drop it in. They can't handle. Great. What a drop. So game point, trying to tie this thing at 1 game apiece. Klinger reaching in. He's going to hit this one long, and Matt yells, no.
So when you're playing with
That's not the spot, CJ. Trying to help him out. Uh-oh.
Drops have gotten
Fed is smiling at him. Matt Wright's going to put one down the middle.
Great hands.
Woo!
That's incredible point.
Wow. So they're coming back. It's 10-7 here. Oh no! Oh my gosh! Oh, and the comeback stops right there at 10-7. And so very next point, match point for Matt Wright and Federico Staksrud. Matt Wright fires. He is so pumped. What a match. I love CJ Klinger too, so I hate to see them talk smack to them, but hey, good chirping's good chirping. So Matt Wright and Federico Staksrud ended up making their way to the semifinal match, but they got to take on Ben and Colin John, so a very tough match here. So we'll start here. Ben and Colin up by 2 to start this game off, and look at Colin flying in for the Ernie. So the score is 5-4 here, and Fed is actually going to stop play. He's like, hold up. I'm dragging my toe along the line here, and this ain't good. Look, Ben tests it. He's good over there. Fed is like, am I the only one? I'm out. So they bring out the leaf blowers. The rain blowers, no leaves on the court. This is the dude that runs the kitchen, the company, The Kitchen. He's also like the president of the UPA now. I love it. They got Connor Pardeau wiping with towels. They got Jason blow drying the court. So we finally start up again. It's 5-4, right? And Staksrud up by a point. Look at this. Ben is going to take over, get so aggressive, but they handle everything and slow it back down. Ben tries to dink. Goes to Matt, and he speeds up and finishes with a big scream. So 5-8 for Ben and Colin Johns, trying to get their way back into this. Having a bit of a slow start. Ben getting dragged out wide. Ben tries to attack Colin. Colin fakes the Ernie. Ben back to Dinkin, and Matt speeds up through the middle. Look at that. They get the serve back up 8-5. So look at this game point for Matt Wright and Federico Staksrud. They gonna be able to take a game off of Ben and Colin? Let's see. Dinkin, Fed gives it to Colin. Gives it to Ben. Matt speeds up. Look at this. Causing chaos. Do not dink with the Johns brothers. They take game 1, 11-5. So 1-2 for Ben and Colin, trying to tie this thing up here in game 2. Trying to make their way to the kitchen. That's where they like to get. Matt Wright speeding things up, causing chaos. Ben tries to attack. What a defensive get. And then a lob over Colin's head. He can't get it. Matt cheering the crowd up. Ben is starting to get really frustrated at this point. Now watch this on 2-1. Amazing hands. They did such a good job of hitting Colin or Ben on the run when they were stacking. I mean, look at this here. They get it to 10-3. So look at this. A match point at 10-3. This is crazy. They're going to come back, right? I mean, Ben and Colin are not going to go down 2 games in a row. Look at Ben attacking these overheads. And then, oh, middle ball. Colin comes out on top. Oh, and Ben puts it in the net. Wait, what? Ben and Colin lose again in men's doubles? Are you kidding me? Fed, so pumped. Wow. Federico Staksrud and Matt Wright beat Ben and Colin in the semis. This is crazy. And not even by a little bit. They dominated. All right, so Colin Johns and Ben Johns are headed to the bronze medal match instead of the gold medal match. It's becoming more common as we progress through this year. The only thing that isn't common and is a little bit rare is them actually showing up and playing in the bronze medal match. So they did show up and they took on Tyson, McGuffin, and Pickleball. And we had quite an interesting match, so let's get into it. All right, so let's jump here to game 3. Pickleball and Tyson McGuffin take game 1. Ben and Colin took game 2, and now we're tied at 2 in game 3.
Ball's getting just a smidge smushy.
Oh, is it now? I wonder if that will affect anything. Anyways, to this point we go. It's 2-2, like I said. Pickleball going after Colin. So is Tyson. And watch this. In a second, Tyson gonna go for the lob. Ben hits it back to him. And it's tracked down. Colin cleans it up. Tyson comes in. He's like, hey, can we get a new ball? Colin says something like, yeah, just throw it in the garbage over there. Colin clearly not a fan of the ball. The very next point, Pickleball gonna hit it to Colin. Off the net. And Colin can't hit it.
God, man, did I mention the ball? So bad.
So bad. Colin, I love it when he's frustrated with net cords, but even more so when he's pissed at the ball. Next point, watch this. Oh, in the head. Watch out, Tyson. Clipped in the cheek on 3-2. Deckelbar serves. Colin returns out of bounds.
Ball is out.
Colin's pissed, slamming his hands down. It's building up. So 5-5 here. Things are tight. And watch this. We all know Colin hates net cords. How about that one?
Oh my goodness.
Trickles off the net.
and down
So
over there.
6-5. Look at this.
Nice.
We're going to get another new ball here in game 3. It is
another
hot in
ball.
Atlanta. The ball's getting mushy. Colin over there shaking his head.
Second serve.
Look at him.
6-5-2.
He's so sick of it. So we're at 8-6 now. Deckelbar and Tyson McGuffin have the lead, trying to hang on to it. Awkward bounce there. And look at that. Off the net. Ben somehow gets it over with his backhand. Nice shot. Resets things, but Tyson fires. Colin trying to finish over his head. And he's so upset. Oh, I love it.
Game number
Look at him pointing to them. He's so mad. So look at this. Ben and Colin have match point on their paddle, trying to finish this thing off. Ben drives to third, drops to fifth, off the bounce, and then they're going to attack. And then they come to Colin. Nice and easy, Colin. Oh, he's so mad.
First side out there.
Unforced
It's
error
light.
on
A pulse
Colin.
for McGuffin bar.
Gives Deckelbar and Tyson McGuffin another chance here.
Another team.
And so it's 11-10. Ben and Colin are serving, down by a point, trying to tie this thing up. And watch what happens. Tyson McGuffin. He's going to go attack mode in a second. Keep your eye on him. Attacks Colin off the net.
For the putaway. Side out.
He's so mad. He's tossing his hat. Let's go.
And a second
Colin has lost it.
Tyson McGuffin.
I love it so much.
Side
I
out.
hate this. The stupid net. Colin acts like a net just shouldn't exist. And so here we go. Match point for Tyson McGuffin and Deckelbar to win the bronze medal. They attack Ben. Ben resets it perfectly. We're back to dinking. Ben had already previously missed 2 dinks in a clutch moment. Colin hits it to Deckel. Deckel attacks off the net. And at Colin right in the nuts. Oh, man. They really just went after Colin. He's so mad. So Tyson McGuffin, Deckelbar win the bronze. Look at Tyson just tossing his paddle in the stands. We did it. Who wants a paddle? You get one. Here you go. Watch out for your head. Let's go, Vulcan. All right, so Fed and Matt Wright are headed to the gold medal match. So let's see who they're playing. It's J.W. Johnson and, of course, Dylan Frazier, the number 2 team. So we'll start here in game 1. Matt Wright, Federico, Staksrud up by 3 points. It's 5-2 here. J-Dub and Dylan, they love to dink. They wait for their moment to attack. Usually Dylan's the one to speed things up. Watch this here. Fed with the Ernie. So here we go. Game point for Matt and Fed. And look at this. Up by 6. Matt's going to come in with the Burt. Dylan hits it out. I don't know if that was 100% necessary, but it worked. So they take game 1 like that. Let's go. So here we are at 10-3, a game point for J-Dub and Dylan. How about a lob from the back baseline? Look at this. Matt Wright comes to Burt again. 2 straight games ended in a Burt. 1 successful, 1 not successful. So we're tied at 1 game apiece. So 7-6 here in game 3, just a 1-point game. And watch this. That ball is close. Fed ends up calling it out, but the refs tell him, too late. You played the ball, it hit the net, and then you called it out. Fed's like, dude, I was in the middle of my shot. I had to kind of finish what I was doing. And they just keep going with them. Matt in lawyer mode, trying to make an argument. So I guess what Fed had said was that that ball was in, but he wants to challenge it. Like, he wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt that that was in, but hey, like, let's challenge it. They're saying you can't do that, because if it's in, then the ball continues. It's not a rally-ending call. Which is why MLP has kind of a superior format for challenges. They allow you to challenge at any point during the rally. PPA says only on rally ending calls, which really, I mean, that's just frustrating, because what are you supposed to do in a situation like that? You got to call it out and then hook somebody? Fed is doing his best not to hook them. This just incentivizes you to call it out, and then you can't even challenge your own call, so you're putting it on the other team to then challenge. 7-7 now. Watch this. Take a look at the ball bouncing right after here. Watch this. Just dies. Dylan's like, what the heck? Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, nothing you can do about it. There was dead spots all over the courts this weekend. It was so terrible. So we end up at game point here for JW and Dylan. It's 10-7. Trying to take this third game, and they do. A shotgun long for Fed. So one more game to win for J-Dub and Dylan if they could pull it off. So game 4, it's 3-2 here. Matt and Fed up. And man, it felt like there was just a ton of great hands rallies. It's about like 5 shots back and forth every single rally. Look at that. Oh, that one ends with Fed getting hit in the nuts. What a body bag. And so championship point for J-Dub and Dylan. It's 10-5 here. J-Dub drops it in. Fed to J-Dub's backhand. We got some dinking. Gonna wait for their moment. High up to Dylan, and he attacks. J-Dub finishes. And they take this in 4 games. They win the gold medal for men's doubles. Always a little bit disappointing when the team that beats the #1 seed doesn't finish it out. But still, great run for Matt Wright and Fed. I hope they continue to play together because this was fun to watch them. J-Dub and Dylan, clear #2s for men's doubles. It's like if Ben and Colin aren't there, they're most likely going to win. All right, next up, we're going to do mixed doubles. We'll start with the gold medal match. Of course, we got Ben and Anna Leigh. They're taking on Anna Bright and her partner / boyfriend, James Ignatowicz. Of course, getting ready by chugging a cold brew, making them hop all around. We know how he is. So we'll start here. It's 5-3. Ben and Anna Leigh are up by 2. Ben going to do a drive drop. Ignatowicz's backhand. Look at that. Off the side, Ernie. James Ignatowicz just going so hard, taking up the whole court. Let's go. Hits the angle. ATP through the 2 of them. What an angle. Check this out again. Gets gifted with an amazing angle. Hits this great shot. Look at that. So it's 8-6 now. James and Anna down by 2, trying to get themselves back into this one. James, nice reset there. Anna Bright out wide for the ATP, but it's defended by Ben. So we're back, neutralized to Dinks, and James attacks and then finishes on Ben. So they're got it to a 1-point game. So Ben and Anna Leigh find themselves at a game point here. It's 10-7. Ben dropping from his back foot. Anna Leigh switches with him and hits the perfect shot that James can't handle. So they take this first game 11-7. So game 2, here we go. It's 1-0, and look at this. Ben John's going to come in and hits the Ernie right on Anna Bright. Gets it to 2-0. So 4-1 now. Ben and Anna Leigh trying to run away with this one. Stabs that one off his backhand. Anna Leigh trying to drop it in and reset it. James keeps firing. Let's go. Hands battle. Reset. Ben, cross court dink. Anna Leigh fires. Hits James's feet, but he hits the ball back. Perfect reset. Anna Bright puts it in a spot that Anna Leigh can't handle, so they get the ball. So this was kind of weird. On 9-5, refs checking out by the net. Apparently something is on the court. Nobody really knows what, though. They thought it might have been glass. Hard to imagine. What would the glass have come from? The cameras on the net are fine. Okay, we're zoomed in on Alan Roman's crotch. And then there you go. Check out those little specks there. Get the leaf blower out. Time to blow it away. What is it? Is it glass?
Yeah, no, it's lint.
It's lint. Thank you, leaf blower guy. I bet the lint is from the towels that they were using to dry off the court. Thanks a lot, Connor Pardo. So James and Anna were up 9-5. Then the lint situation happened, and look at this. Game point for Ben and Anna Leigh. They take it 11-9, 2 games in a row. Okay, so this is crazy. We came back from a commercial break. It's frozen. And turns out the broadcast got interrupted for whatever reason, and they just stopped playing. And it was like, is this my TV? Is this a Pickleball TV thing? Is it Chenna's channel thing? Like, what's going on here? Why am I not seeing the rest of the match? And then it just cuts to this, and we get more top court videos, which we've all seen 10,000 freaking times. These are actually not bad videos, but when you see them over and over again, they're so annoying. So about 10 minutes later, we come back to the action. The top court instructional videos just get interrupted. Look at the score line. You're like, that has to be a mistake. They must have screwed up the scoreboard now that we're back. Did they wait for us? Did they play a game? 11-0. James and Anna pickled Ben and Anna Leigh. There's no way, right?
Anna Leigh Waters and Ben Johns just took a pickle loss in game 3.
What? It happened and we missed it? Okay, hold up. Interesting timing that Ben and Anna Leigh get pickled, and they didn't even get footage of it. I mean, there's no way to know that that would happen, so it's not like there's some conspiracy around it, but like, what the heck? What happened to them? Like, what's the story about it? Anyways, here we are in game 4. Anna and James did take a game, but so frustrating that we missed a pickle. Anyways, game 4, James and Anna Bright down by just a point here. Ben and Anna Leigh serving. We got some cross-court dinking from the ladies. Anna Bright's going to give it to Ben. Ben goes middle. Anna Bright to Anna Leigh. And then who's going to attack here? Off the net there. That's one. And then the lob from Anna Bright. Anna Leigh tracks it down. James smacks it. What a get from Ben. How did he get that over? Another net cord. And then another net cord. Anna Leigh can't hit the dink. Wow, what a point. And so championship point for Anna Leigh and Ben. It's 10-3 here. Very big lead. And of course, James hits it in the net. That seems to be his thing, as he's a great player, but man, he has trouble executing. Lots of inconsistent mistakes, and can't do that when you're playing the #1 seed, Ben and Anna Leigh. So they take another gold medal. Anna Leigh wins a triple crown. Typical PPA Sunday. All right, well, that's going to do it for a recap of the matches this weekend. But before we end our recap of the tournament, we got to do Hooks of the Week. All right, Hooks of the Week, sponsored by Close Call Replay. So for those that don't know, Close Call Replay has cameras that have 240 frames per second. And their goal is to start doing the production for some of these tournaments like PPA, MLP, even APP. For some reason, these leagues aren't using them. And we've seen a lot, especially this weekend, that this could come in handy. It almost seems necessary at this point. So guys, if you think that having Close Call Replay would be a good idea, 240 frames per second, then let people know. Write in the comments on some of these matches. Send out tweets. We got to kind of push this thing from the ground up. Because if we have all the fans, all the MLP owners, all the people that are connected to the people that could actually make a decision that would enact Close Call Replay to be a part of some of these productions, that's how we change the sport. And finally, we could end some of these terrible calls that we've seen. So shout out to Close Call Replay for sponsoring this segment. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it because we got a lot to cover on Hooks of the Week. All right, first up, we got Jade DeVilliers and Rafa Hewitt. Take your guess. Who's going to get hooked here? Watch this. Rafa's going to hit a shot that clips off the net.
No, ref, you call that. Thank you. Good call, Jay.
Good call, Jay.
Everybody in their dog saw it.
Everybody in their dog saw it. Let's go. I mean, not to beat a dead horse, but this is why you need cameras down the line with 240 frames per second. We have it available to do. In case you're wondering what 240 frames per second actually looks like, check this out. Look at this call. Is that in or out? It's very close, right? Well, let's take a Close Call Replay. We got all the cameras set up down the lines. You could see them on the back wall there. Look at this. Look at that. So clear. That's what we need. Why can't we have it? Look at that. Like, that is so clear. Without it, we're left to this BS. I mean, what? How is anybody supposed to know? All right, next up, we got Christian Alshon and Jack Sock. Christian Alshon is becoming infamous for his hooking. So let's see what happens. First off, crazy point here. Overhead slam. Christian gets to it. Look at all this running around. What do we think? In or out? Jack's going to challenge it. Let's see. That is... Oh my gosh, that looks like it hit.
Upon review, the call on the court stands.
Getting hooked.
I'm getting hooked. That's what happens when you don't have Close Call Replay. All right, let's go to the round of 16. Ben and Anna Leigh taking on Vivian Glossman and Christian Alshon. Christian Alshon, as I said before, a little notorious, but guess what? This time around, it's not even him. So watch this shot.
That was in. Point. Challenge. Good. It was good. Thank you.
Ben overturns it. Ben is actually known to overrule his partners and just give people the benefit of the doubt. He's the anti-hooker. All right, now it's 3-2. Game 3. This game is tight, which means our line calls are going to be even tighter. Look at this. Christian Alshon thinks he hits it. Anna Leigh calls it out. Let's see from this angle.
Defends it and finds the
Ooh,
angle.
I don't know.
You did not call it in. Are you going to challenge?
Ref's like, okay, stop arguing. Are you going to challenge or not?
After review, call's overturned, ball was in.
Wow. Anna Leigh, how dare you? I'm breaking up with you, Anna Leigh. Not because you're underage and it's weird, but because you hook me. All right, next up, we got Salome Device, definitely known as a hooker. She's taking on Caitlin Christian. And watch this shot. It's 10-10 in game 3.
Did you see that?
She calls that out. Caitlin Christian's like, come on, somebody help me. Let's see. Oh, that is for sure good. Salome Device, how dare you? Salome Device would never purposely hook somebody, right? I mean, it has to just be like a close call and she just made the wrong call, right? Well, listen to what she said right here.
And I'll be really honest with you. In my entire pickleball career, 2 times I made a call on purpose that was in, and I call it out. Okay?
What?
It was straight out. I even laughed as I said it.
What?
Both of times, I got a lot of criticism for it, and I'm okay with it.
As you should.
Both times, I was in a...
She is like, shoot, why did I say this? I am letting out too much information. So there you go. 2 times she definitely has hooked somebody. Was one of those times against Caitlin Christian in a round of 16 match just a few days before this interview? All right, next up, we got Leigh Jansen and Callie Jo Smith taking on Mari Humberg and Georgia Johnson. And watch this. We're going to get an overhead called wide by Leigh. Mari and Georgia cannot believe it. Let's see it again. Oh, that looks in.
I think we need a PPA hooks of the week.
Callie Christie. Oh my gosh, yeah, he should make that something like his podcast would go viral.
Well, sorry, Leigh. You're going to be featured extra heavy this week because that's not the only one she had. Okay, so this one is not Leia's fault necessarily, but check out this. This is game point for Judith Castillo taking on Leigh Jansen. And watch this shot. She calls it out. She thinks she won the game. Ref overturns it. Castillo's like, wait, what are you talking about? Did you not see where that landed? Let's take a look and... oh, that looks out. I saw space. Space there all the way. Yeah, that's out. Wow, so Castillo getting screwed over by the refs. All right, so our final hook of the week, it's not actually a hook of a week. It's the hooks of the week, if that makes sense. This came in the bronze medal match. Plenty of line refs there. And look at this to get the game started. Close call. Leigh calls it out. Ref overturns it. Salome requested to have line ref. She does this a lot, which you are allowed to do. They can turn you down, but usually they don't. I could see it being in, but not sure. I mean, the ref did call it in and overturned it. So, but we'll see. Maybe it's just a one-off for Leigh, right? So just 1-0 here. And watch this shot from Salome. It's going to sail long. That did look long. She's going to ask the ref about it.
She defers to the line ref, and he calls it in.
Wow! They waited all that time. The ref's like, please don't ask me. Please don't ask me. Please don't ask me. They're like, hey, you over there in the corner. Was that in or out? He's like, it was in. I mean, let's see. I have a feeling that Leigh is going to be blocking it again. Oh, that's a close one. I don't know. Ooh, not the best angle. I mean, if I had to make a call based off of this frame right here, I think I'm calling that ball out. It looks like the bottom of the ball is out. So I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, they overturn another ball for Leigh Jansen. The score is still 1-0, and there's already 2 overcalls. So it's 1-1 now. They're still so early. And look at this, another close call. Leigh calls it out. Ref, what do you say?
And it was in.
They overturn a third one.
Overturned. Salome is 3.
Unreal. What is happening? Is Leigh just calling these wrong? Are the refs not seeing it? We need better cameras to know. Check out this point right here. Watch Salome's feet. She's squeaking them, and Leigh is distracted by it. She tells the ref, she's like, watch her feet. That is a hindrance. She is trying to distract me with her squeaky shoes. Leigh is imitating her. This is unreal. It's 3-0 in the first game. Look at this. Leigh calls it out. What do you think is going to happen? Just based off probability so far.
We're going to consult with the ref, and the referee calls the ball in.
Unreal. The fourth one. This is a joke. Let's see. Oh, that hits the line for sure. Oh, that's a hook. So here we go. It's 8-0. Watch Salome's feet here. She shuffles him right as Leigh's about to hit it. And Leia's like, you gotta be kidding me. It's like she does it every time. And then watch what Leigh does. She's gonna start shuffling her feet around. Hits it with a quick shuffle. Does it right as she serves it. No call for hindrance on that. All right, well, that's gonna do it for a recap of the PPA Atlanta Open for the PPA this week. But before we get out of here, let's play a round of partner body bag winner off the net.
Partner body bag winner off the net. Partner body bag winner off the net. Leigh, Jansen winner off the net. Tyson, McGuffin winner off the net. Haley Waters body bag. James McDonald body bag. Sorry not sorry winner off the net. Sorry not sorry partner.
All right, partner body bag winner off the net, the game where I got to pick out of 3 people who I would partner with, who I'd body bag, and who I'd hit a winner off the net against. So the 3 people for this week are number 1, Parris Todd. Number 2, Andrea Koop. And number 3, Matt Wright. All right, well, for sure, I'm partnering with Matt Wright because I don't want him across the net for me. He will definitely get into my head. And also, chirping is just so much fun, but I'm not that good at it. So I'd rather just have my partner do it. I'm going to partner with Matt Wright. But then I got to decide who I'm going to body bag between Koop and Parris Todd. I think out of the 2 of them, I like Koop more. So I'll hit a winner off the net against Koop, and then I'm just going to body bag Parris Todd. So there you have it. I'm going to partner with Matt Wright. I'm going to body bag Parris Todd, and I'm going to hit a winner off the net against Andrea Koop. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. Give it a thumbs up. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel in case you're not already subscribed. Go ahead and hit that notification bell too. That way, the minute I drop a new episode, you're going to find out right away. Share this episode with your friends. Maybe they didn't catch the tournament this weekend, or maybe they're not quite into the pro scene yet, but they do play pickleball. Well, this is a great way to get them into it. We all got little pickleball group chats. Just put it in there. Just see who wants to watch it. We all know what it's like to be the only weirdo at Rec Play who's trying to talk about pro pickleball, and everybody's like, oh, I know about Ben Johns and Natalie Waters, and that's about it. Also, leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you thought about this weekend. What was your favorite part? What was your favorite match? Was there anything that I didn't cover that you wish I did? Make sure you tell me your answer for partner body bag winner off the net. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and X. That's also where you could submit a hook of the week. I had a lot of people send me DMs for games that they were watching where they caught a hook of the week. So thank you to everybody that did do that. Once again, thanks so much everybody for watching. We'll see you back next week. We got the APP. Until then, take care.
Forgiveness is more than saying sorry.